Hey Stampers, Gator again, and I've been having a play this time with this stamp set called Rare Blessings, and it's gorgeous and it's lovely, and I decided to do a bit of watercolouring with it. So here's my card. Wasn't it lovely? Sorry about the light. It says a true friend is the rarest of all blessings. Oh, I love it. And then I scuffed up the ends after tearing it out. I love the layering. There is some dashes like those, but I did stamp full. I shouldn't have stamped full first. I should have stamped off and then stamped and stamped under here, but you can hardly see it. But I'm going to do it again anyway because it's nice. So isn't that gorgeous? It inspired me by the one that's in the book. This one. But I fancied doing something different. They've only torn those few corners, but I didn't want the corrugated. I thought with flowers being outside, I thought a brick wall would look better. And I've done extra layering. You know, it's just, I didn't want it to be exactly the same. So there's where I got my inspiration for this. And then I just stamped that lovely flower and but I should really stamp off and do the paler one so you can see the actual flower. That one just looks like a mess. Never mind. Right, here's the card pieces. I'm going to write them down as I'm going because I haven't done that yet, and you can also see then what I did. So, Rare Blessings card. So my thick white is 8 1/4 by 5 7/8. UK, USA, you would do it 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. And then I just had Gorgeous Grape, which was 3 7/8 by 5 5/8. So yours would be 4 by 5 1/4. And then I had white cardstock, which was 3 and... Oh, now I've forgotten already. Yeah, probably. So this is just plain white card, and I cut this to 3 1/2 by 5 1/2, I think, or 5 1/4. So you would do yours at 3 1/8 by 5. Yeah. Why am I doing 1/8? What am I doing right there? I'm just working out. 3 1/2. Yours would be 3 1/2 as well, I should think. No, yours would be 3 3/4 by 5. And then the soft suede it's just 1/4 inch shorter, so that's 3 1/4 by 5 by 5, and this would be 3 1/2 by 4 3/4 for you. And then the watercolour card is 3 by 4 3/4. So yours would be 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. If you wanted to do the same card roughly. And then you're going to need a piece. This isn't very big. It's just enough for the sentiment. Actually, it's 2 inches, 2 1/8 by 1 3/4. Whisper, wait. 2 1/8 by 1 3/4, and it'll be the same there. There we go. There's your measurements in case you want to follow along. Press pause, write it down, and come on back. So I've just had a gorgeous cup of coffee, so I'm going to have a big swig because I'm thirsty. Love it, love it, love it. So we can you don't want that piece yet, or that piece. We're going to tie ribbon after we've... So we're going to attach that after it's run through the embossing folder, and then we're going to tie ribbon round before we attach it to the purple. So I'm going to do another quick demo on... This is my thick white card. It's 300 GSM, and I'm basically just fetching it together, and then I'm going backwards slowly and just creasing, and then I want to do a turn over to make sure it's equal at the bottom as well. Give it a little pinch, and then just burnish it then with my bone folder, just to be nice and gentle with it. And then your corners meet up. It doesn't matter which way around you have the card now, it looks nice either way. But we can attach this because this doesn't need anything doing to it. So this is, like I'm saying, it's just 1/4 of an inch smaller all round, because I do get a lot of people asking about me just folding the cardstock. You can just score it at 4 1/8 if you're in the UK, or 4 1/4 if you're in the USA, but I prefer not to keep getting all that equipment out just to score a card. So I do it by hand because it's quicker. So I'm just going to lay this on. Nice little border, top and bottom, all the way around. Just give it a quick, whoops, a quick burnish. It just saves getting that machine, you know, the scoreboard out or the trimmer out to score my card all the time. So it's easier for me. So we can set that to one side. We don't need that for a while. We can grab this gorgeous embossing folder, which is the bricks and mortar, and I'm just going to lay this in, and I'm going to quickly run it through the big shot. I'll be 2 seconds. There we go, quick as Larry. Perfect. Love this. So if you, this is just plain cheap nasty card. I use it for photo mats for albums. So let's get this glued down while we're at it, but we're not going to attach it yet because, like I say, we've got to add ribbon, we've got to add our image. Plenty of glue. Perfect. So again, another 1/4 inch border all the way around. Just going to gently rub that because it does grip pretty quickly, and it just looks nice. Oh, I don't know what's happening there. Oh, it's off my paintbrush, but it's alright. So you can stamp those little dots if you want to down this side. I think we'll have to do it again because it's on the first card, so my glue has decided to pour out. So gorgeous grape it is. So there's those splatters, and I just did it just down one side. Just a bit of tone on tone. Right, now I've stamped and I don't got the third one, so I'm just gently, that's much better for me, and then I'll add that other flower later. Oh, I didn't know these Stampin' Up ink pads could go mouldy. Can they? Can somebody ask me that and answer that question for me? Because I opened this one up earlier and it's got mould inside. Only tiny little, I've scraped some of it off now, but I don't know if you can see it there. There's mould growing on this ink pad, and this is new. I replaced all my ink pads, but there's mould growing on that. I don't know if you can see it up close. It's just the light in here. Oof, I know, it made me feel sick. Mould. Oh, I just tipped it up now, and look at that, all the warts coming out. But oh, I didn't know they could go, I didn't know ink could go mouldy, because I've had some of my stamp sets for a very long time. So we don't need this for a minute either, so we can put that to one side. Now we can fit in the black. So this little piece is just for the sentiment. We're going to be doing some fussy cutting of that out after as well. Doesn't matter if it's straight or not, because we're going to chop it down. Oh, I'm going to get my other cloth. This one's perishing terrible. It leaves bits. So there we go. Oh, I do mean to move card again, just for the inside. I may as well stamp that gorgeous flower while I'm here. Pretty. Love it. So that's nice and clean. Let's get this clean as well over here. That's nice and clean. Let's pop that to one side. There's that gorgeous, gorgeous flower. Isn't that beautiful? I'm rinking myself up instead of the stamp set. And this is for our watercolour card. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that is done. Perfect, absolutely perfect. Give that a clean as well, because you know me, clean as a goat. And that cloth gets it up lovely. Oh, look at that, it's like new. I will need my cloth out. So, here's my choice of, I added a little, if you could just notice, little dots of yellow, and I used the pen for that because I wasn't going to just get watercolours out just for me to have a little bit of dots. But I did spritz both the card and the paper afterwards as well, so pop that to one side to dry properly. Get rid of these bits, and I've got my cloth so I can clean bristles. I'm going to use this one for both colours, but first of all I'm going to just open my paint. I'm going to add a few more drops of water to rehydrate this. I do want to test actually on a scrap piece how pale it is, because I don't want it too dark. And it's just for a watercolour wash. So, in fact I'm going to add extra water. I only want a very light. That's it. And you want a light wash. I do want a bit of colour. Oh. Just going around the image. Doesn't have to be precise. Could have done it first, I know, but I don't know. See, you have to be careful because the black can stay, didn't do it on my other one. Perhaps I should have done it before. But you live and learn, and it'll just, you won't even notice it in a minute once we start painting. Perfect, it looks lovely. Lovely. I think I'll zoom in for this as well, so you can see. Oh, excuse me. Right, I'm sorry the fan's on, but it's absolutely roasting in here. So let me get a little bit. Now this brush I'm using, it's got no water in it whatsoever. Because they constantly drip and get your stuff wet. So I want to avoid that. So with my ink, let me just zoom out a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Right, so I could take the water I want from here, and then I'm just going to lightly I can take off some of that colour. You know what I mean? It's too wet. There we go, so I'm going to take colour from the pad. A little bit darker than I wanted, so I can just push that around. Did I fetch my tissue? No, let me use my, just to blot it. Get up some of that water. That's it. Still quite saturated, that is. So can you see? Just add in the dark a bit. This pen it seems like it's saturated. Pen, it's not even a pen, it's a paintbrush. So I want to go around each individual line on the flower to get the shape out. That is saturated. I'll come back to that one in a sec. That is really saturated. So I'm just adding a base colour first of all, and then we'll go round and do the detail. Let me just, where's my bowl? There it is. It just stands up, keeps that water from dripping everywhere. I might get my heat tool out in a minute actually and dry this. It's a little bit too wet for me. I'm Gaynor, you should have your other glasses on, you could see better. This looks as like it's bled. Terrible, this one. Let me dry that. That's better. Just give that a chance to dry out a minute and then we can go back to that. So again, go around the petals. Anyone to think I'd pre-soaked this card and I haven't. I'm barely picking up any water. just getting a base coat down. I love my watercolours. Not the best in the whole wide world, but I like to give anything a go. So just get the colour in there first, and then we can go back in to do the detail. I will have to dry it a little bit, I think. I didn't have this problem with this brush just a minute ago when I was doing the other one. It's probably because I've pulled the camera up close for you all to see my mistakes. That looks pretty dark, doesn't it? I'm going to try and pick off some of this liquid. So I want to get the detailing in there. So I'm just going to get the heat tool a second. Make sure it's plugged in. And I'm just going to give that a little dry. It won't be a sec. I apologise about that. While I was heat setting, the camera died, but I have dried it now. We can go back in and try and get some more detail into this now. So, it's beautiful colours. So I'm just taking off the colour from the actual ink pad, if you can see that as well in view. So, they've got the darker centres, these flowers. For some reason this brush is not playing like it did do earlier. Let me just dry that. It must be the humidity in here. It's not having a good day. So brush, that's better. I needed to dry my brush a little bit. I like to take it from the actual ink pad. And I'm just following the lines of each petal because you want to individualise them. So you can see where your pattern is to go. That's much better. So just fetch that in. Oh, it's like you're erasing the black line and just watercolouring by yourself. Again, individualise that leaf, petal even. Just grabbing ink. Doesn't matter even if you go over the line a little bit with watercolour. I think it adds to the beauty. So I'm just following the lines where they should be. Starting to look good. It's my eyesight. It's so dark in here. yeah, it's not dark, if you know what I mean. It's so bright, but it takes away from the natural light because it's just blinding me every time I look up. Because I'm sitting right under a massive window. And the sun, I've got to keep the blinds closed, otherwise I'd never see nothing. So I'm individualising these beautiful petals. That's how gorgeous, that's gorgeous. You'll see it better now on these. So basically just go around. You need it to fill in with a lighter colour so you can add more. Just add touches. So cute. So again, you've got a nice dark centre. Pull in those beautiful colours from around the outside of the petal. And you get a gist of it when you've got the lines there for the shading. Can't wait to have a go with this when my watercolour paints come off our taser. Ooh. Perfect. I think that is cute. So let's clean that bristle. So I'm going to now move on to the green. Oh, let me just show you first while we're down close. I used the Pineapple Punch Dark, it's the only one I've got, and literally just dotted over the centre of some of the flowers. Now you can only see half of that centre, and so much on these. This one you can see it all. This one you can see most of it, and this one you can only just see over the top. And that works so well. It gives that beautiful little tinge in the centre. Would not have been no good just to get paint out for that. So let's pull in the green. I'm just going to zoom back out a little touch so you can get all the way in. That's better. And again, I'm just going to add a blob of water. I know it's purple, but you can't see it when they're mixed together. Just test my colour, a little bit pale. So again, you start off with the lightest colour, just to fill in. And this is a really fine tip, this bristles. Just getting my base colour on there. Perfect. A gorgeous colour. Right, I'm going straight in with the dark here. Just to follow that line down. Perfect. Nice steady hand. Oh, I know, innit? just gonna float over that. Now we can start adding a bit of depth of colour. So you've got shade here. Just flick it up. We've got a bit of shade down the back here. A little bit of shade there. And just a bit of shading in there. That is beautiful. Sorry, I keep going quiet because I get right into it, I do. Just got a little bit there. Oh, I love that. That is so cute. Just got a little bit dark there to go in. Perfect. Oh, the leaves turned out better. I think that's gorgeous. Oh, loving it. So let me clean my bristles. Let's zoom back out now. Perfecto. I hate all that water in there. Ugh. I hate dirty ink pads. I will clean them later. That's better. I'll do the purple one in a bit. I love this gloss. So just making sure that's clean. Don't need that again now. I will clean that one later. And I'm just going to have a swig of my coffee, ladies. Absolutely gorgeous. I've got a bit of a sniffle today. I don't know what's the matter with me. So I'm going to give it a spritz. Just to get the powder off the bottom. There we go. So I'm going to do this one first. I'm just giving it a light dusting. And then this one, I'm just going to give this a light one as well. Perfect. Oh. And we're going to cut this apart shortly. We're going to fussy cut the friend out and then we're going to trim up all the other little bits. That'd be nice. So grab some linen thread and a little bit of double-sided tape. You don't need a lot. Get that ready. Well, no, we need to cut this, trim this first. So I'm just going to start tearing. Oh my goodness, this is playing hard to get. Do you know what, I might just do the opposites attract sort of thing. See what it looks like. Grab my scissors and then I'm just scuffing up, just stressing the edges. Giving it like a shabby chic feel to it. I'm even doing the bits where I've torn as well to make it look older. Just giving it a distressed look. lovely. Let's get rid of those. Let's have a look. Oh, I quite like that actually. So I need some dimensionals because I'm going to pop this on dimensionals. I think that should do it. Come on now, last one. I think it looks quite nice actually. That is gorgeous. So we can take this from this edge now because we've had a 1/4 inch border all the way around as well. And just give that a guided. That is gorgeous, isn't it? Oh, my glasses are terrible. I can only see, when I look up, I can see my work when I'm looking down. It's great, perfect. But when I look up then, everything just goes out of focus. I can't see a thing. So I'm going to need a fair bit. I did run this round about 4 times. It's entirely up to you what you do. So I've got a little bit of tape. I'm just going to hold that at the back. There we go. There we go, just leave it like that. Get my snips. We're going to need some more of this, so I'm just going to take about that much. I do apologise, for 2 seconds ladies. Oh, I do apologise about that. My nose decided to start running. We can't have that on camera now, can we? So I just took a small piece. It's already cut at an angle. So again, just cut him at an angle. I've got hair in my eye. Oh! The fan is just blowing it into my face. But I can't turn it off because otherwise I just sweat like crazy. So add that through. So with this then I made sure it went underneath. Making sure that's in the centre. And then we've roughly got 2 ends the same. And then just tied it in a knot. I'm going to try and keep about the same distance either side of that ribbon. Perfect. And then just tie it in a knot and then tie it off into a nice little bow. That way you know it's not coming off. Tiny, tiny bow. I know, yeah, I'm on fingers here. There we go. Oh, that's quite, just need to pull that a little bit. There we go, there's my beautiful little bow. Isn't that cute? Perfect, and just snip off what you don't need. Didn't have that much waste. That was good. Yay! So now we're ready to pop this onto our card. I think that's adorable. Isn't that gorgeous? So let's get this glued down because we're going to need the glue out in a minute after we've fussy cut all those beautiful words out. We will need our glue. I like to dot the ribbon on the back of this as well so to make sure it definitely doesn't come off. myself. Remove the backing. Make sure my hands are clean. And again, you've got a lovely little 1/4 inch border all the way around. Make sure that's nice and straight. And I don't want to push too far or run my bone folder over it, because I'm going to flatten that pattern otherwise. Oh, I've got hair in my mouth now. Oh God. Okay, now what are you going up to? Right, now let's do some fussy cutting. Literally just fussy cut the word friend out first, and then the rest is easy. So let's just get rid of that piece for a sec. Carry on cutting round. Whoops, very fiddly. You don't have to do this, you can just stuck it down the way you want it to. But I think it looks cute. Just round that corner off now. So there's your friend. And then we literally just cut this really close. You could cut dimensionals, tiny little ones if you wanted to. I just thought I would just glue them down separately. So just get close. Just cut the word off. There we go. And keep them as best you can in order. You don't have to, but you can just read off the stamp set. So there it is. A true friend is the rarest of all blessings. That is so true. There we go. Get rid of your bits now, and we can shufty them over. And I use my tweezers just so I could glue it. It's got a bubble on the top now. Just the tiniest little dot, and then you can pop these down. Wherever you want. Whoops. You don't even have to be perfectly straight, because this is hair. The reason we cut them apart. Right, let's see that one. A tiny amount of glue. I love it. Isn't that cute? picking him up with his no nails. I've got a bit of glue on my tweezers. Yeah, yeah. Just out to the carrots, right, I think. Whoops. That is just so cute. Oh my gosh, I love that. Beautiful. So keeping out the glue, I've got these gorgeous, gorgeous gems. There we go. Just tipped. They're all different sizes. Just tipped a few in my hand. Picked out my pokey. And then just started adding dots. Perfect. Love this tool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does it need any more, do you reckon? Just gonna have one there. There we go. I love it. Just keep them back in. Oh my goodness, how cute is this card? And I've decided to always leave that centerpiece on there now because I can just put it straight back in instead of threading it all the time. Mr. Boyce is making tea tonight, so ooh, I can't wait. He's a fab cook. He makes beautiful mashed potatoes. Ooh. Southern fried chicken, mashed sweet corn. Oh, I can't wait. So there we go. There's our card completed. Inside and out. I think that is adorable. What do you reckon, girls? Would you give it a go? I think it... Which is your favourite? Do you like them both, or do you prefer one to the other? Or I just like them both. I think they're so cute. I'd really love a thumbs up and a share. That'd be amazing. And please don't forget to press the subscribe button and the bell straight after it. That way you get notified of all future videos. And I do tend to post every single day. So if you liked what you saw, come and see what I'm going to make tomorrow. Till next time, thank you for watching. Bye.